is we talking, let's talk. Let's get everything out.
Because what we got to talk about is my mama, and I'm not doing this in front of everybody.
Your mama?
I'm not doing this. Our mother.
You said my.
Our.
You just said my.
I corrected myself. I corrected myself. Our.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sammy P. Let's talk about the latest episode of SWV and Xscape. Let's get right into it, y'all. So we're back at Tamika's and Tocha's mom's place, and the ladies are not doing good. Tamika really had a big explosion. She was triggered, and she is adamant that mom did not defend her when her sisters and her husband stole her money.
Tired, Mama. I'm tired.
If you so tired,
I'm tired.
you should have came and
Mama,
talked to
I've
me.
been talking to you about it. You know they stole my money.
Ain't nobody stole
You
no
know
money.
they did.
She tells us that her husband didn't even know about it. She was pregnant at the time. She is so adamant. And the mom is angry. The mom is mostly angry that the camera are there. I think that the mom does not want the family business to be on TV like that. But a part of me is like, you should have known that this could be a possibility. So the mom is like, cut the camera, cut the camera. But the camera are not going to cut because they want to be able to catch all the drama. Shout out to the producer on this. Tamika decides to live with her daughter. Her daughter is very quiet about it. That gives me, I'm used to it. This is usually how this goes, and I'm over it. It seems like Tamika's daughter kind of like put a wall in her, like she's used to that. Mom is still trying to understand why Tamika is mad, but I think that Tamika is making herself clear at that moment. Tocha is not saying much, really. I feel like Tocha was more talkative in her confessional than she was in front of her sister. And I made note of this. And honestly, just basing myself out of that scene, I would say that Tocha seems to be in the wrong here. So yeah, Tamika leaves, and for now, things are not doing good. It's very sad to see a family having such deep issues on TV. I have no words. Next, we see Candy. She is at a studio or maybe like an office, and we have Tiny coming in and Tamika coming in. Tocha is not coming. I don't even think Tocha told them that she was not coming. Candy had to ask, and Tamika said she doesn't think she's going to come because yesterday at their mom's house, things went left. And Tamika proceeded to explain to them what happened. I mean, a lot of faces are seen. The ladies made the most face when Tamika was telling them that she has always been on her sister's side, even when she knew her sister was wrong. And when she said that, Candy is rolling her eyes, Tiny is rolling her eyes, they're agreeing to it. They admit that Tamika has always been on her sister's side, and really now she's waking up and understanding that she has to be able to think for herself. I understand why Tamika was, on her sister's side, but I feel like the problem is that when you mix family with your professional life, and your professional life is really suffering from it, it's a problem, and outside of, and I think that the two sisters actually need the money the most, like based on what I've observed and the lifestyle that they could be living, there is a difference between the way Candy and Tiny are living compared to the way so far I have seen Tocha and Tamika's living. So a part of me is like, Tamika needs to make sure her money is straight. She is a mom, she's a grandmom, she has a husband. She wants to make sure her money is straight. And she can't be following her sister in every decision that her sister is making without thinking for herself. And I understand Tamika. If she doesn't agree with how her sister is working on a professional manner, she needs to be able to separate herself from it because she does need to also feed her family. Straight up. Part where Tamika's mom left her a message was so hard to listen for me.
All I want you to know, you're wrong. You don't want to humble yourself down. You don't want to listen to your mama. You don't want to hear that you hurt your sister deeply.
The mom clearly has a favorite, and her favorite is not Tamika. The mom does not care about Tamika's feeling. She only cares about Tocha's feeling. She only wants Tamika to make it right to her sister. She clearly took a side and she is going as far as threatening Tamika.
I hear you jumping on your sister. Ain't nothing in this world would keep me from kicking your tail.
To give the benefit of the doubt to the mom, but she was obviously not in the middle. She clearly took a side, and she almost talking to Tamika like an enemy. She's not talking to her like a mom. And that was so hard to hear, to see on TV, and it's so shameful. And I just want Tamika to stay strong, because obviously the mom is not treating her like a daughter in this situation. I am sorry. It's true that maybe the mom was upset that Tamika, you know, got excited on her. She did, but this is still not an excuse. In the fight between two sisters, the mom clearly took a side. Next scene, we have Tocha and her husband, and she is telling him what happened. And the husband is basically saying, this is all a lie. This is all a lie. I don't know, y'all. This is all a lie? All a lie. So there were no check that ever came. There's no possibility that maybe the check comes to them and they cashed it without paying attention. Like, this is all a lie. And he proceeded to also kind of like send a treat.
Because when you screen somebody now, you got to deal with what come with it.
Chile. Like, I don't know, but the energy that they're giving is not the type of energy that we've seen Tasha giving a sister when a sister got mad. And she came, she was cold, she was aggressive, she was possessed. Those are the terms that she used. Let me remind you that here.
Yeah. The vibe was just wrong, like from her. You know, she walked in with a stiffness about her. And she was very, very aggressive. It's almost like she was possessed.
And a part of me is like, you didn't think you were aggressive, nor possessed, nor mean, nor cold whenever you came in at the meeting with the SWV and a sister told you you were beautiful and you had barely nothing to tell her. Like, Tasha gives me, she's very unaware of her own self. She doesn't understand that maybe a sister did not know how to act with her because the last time they saw each other, she was the one that was cold toward her. Do I think that Tamika seemed cold at the meeting with their mom? No, I think that she came truly wanting to explain, but she did get, you know, a little bit aggressive because she was triggered. I'm not saying that Tamika was right on the situation, but she was really triggered. She was. But as far as saying that she was possessed, no, she was triggered because obviously things have been happening. And I don't think that Tamika is lying about her feelings in that situation. Next, we have a highlight on Lelee from SWV. She seems so nice, y'all. Like, even though I was a big fan and I'm still a big fan of SWV, I don't really know much about them in their personal life. I've seen Taj a little bit because I know she's married to a football player, but I don't know much about Lelee, so it was really nice to have an highlight on her. We see her with her sister. She's saying that her sister is the matriarch of the family because they lost both parents very early on, and her sister was the one that knew how to cook the best. So they probably just go to her house and eat together and cook food and all that. And so she gave us a background. We learned that she's from New York and she moved to Atlanta when her mom died. Apparently her mom was buried in Atlanta, so she moved to be closer to her mom's grave. She had her first baby when she was 15 years old, and she had a second baby, so she has 2 children now. Her bantering with her sister. Lelee is not that good in the kitchen, obviously. Like, she looks like she really don't know what she's doing, and they're like making very simple food, so it was quite funny to see her going back and forth with her sister, having a good time. You see that they have a very close relationship. She tells us about her ascension into SWV, what was important to her, what our life was growing up, and that the main thing that she wanted to buy was a bed. She told us that the first thing that she bought when she started making money was to buy herself a nice king-size mattress, and that really touched my heart. Lelee is so likable, y'all. She's not only talented, she's likable. And honestly, when you see that highlight on her, you just want to see her win. Next scene, we have Tamika, who is meeting with Taj from SWV, and Taj is saying that she sees a little sister in Tamika. So when they meet, Tamika proceeds to tell her what happened with her mom and her sister, and she is extremely emotional about it. Taj is really trying to be that big sister for her and really is feeling her pain. She's also asking her some very interesting and relevant questions, like here.
Why you followed your sister all those years?
I know why. Why? Because when I did it, I got my mom's love.
That really string at my heart. There's a problem there, y'all. There is a serious problem there. Tamika is upset. She is really upset, and it's been years of this, y'all. It's been years of this. Do I think that things are going to get better? A part of me thinks that Tamika is probably going to end up, apologizing to the mom, and they're probably going to sweep it under the rug, because I don't think that Tamika can, be without a family like that. And based on what I've seen, Tocha says it seems like they're going to focus more on the fact that Tamika was disrespectful toward the mom more than anything. Next, the ladies of Xscape are trying to meet a second time, and this time it is at Tiny's lake house. We can see that they literally just came in there just to film. Like when the other ladies come in, everything is dark. They probably only just like open the light in the kitchen. And Tiny is making drinks for them. We see all of them coming, and then when Tocha comes,
Salmon or something in there looked pretty good.
Hey, hey.
Hello.
Family.
What's up, girl?
Not much. Child.
what the hell? Can't you just say hi, everyone? Like, woo, child. You can see that she's coming in with that attitude, that same cold attitude and mean attitude that she accused her sister of having. This is exactly how she does, but she's not even able to see that this is how she herself behaves. And yes, I'm talking of Tocha. So they all go, they sit down, and they proceed to talk. The fact that Kenzie and Tiny are focusing on the business side, they're telling Tocha that they really would like for them to change management, because they feel like after the verses, they should have had more opportunity. So basically, Kenzie and them thinks that management is not doing what they're supposed to do. Tasha is said to them that she needs to pray about it, and Kenzie tells us that this is always how she does. She never gives you a clear answer because she needs to go ask her husband what to say. So part of me was like, huh? But then production, shout out to production, showed us this is exactly the case here.
Never directly answer a question because she needs to go talk to her brain, which is Rocky.
Over there to her, Rocky.
This too much now. Tocha is not trying to communicate, but at the same time, she's telling them that they are going to need to fix their issues if they want to move forward. And a part of me is like, you don't even want to communicate. How do you want y'all to fix your issues if you're not able to communicate? So then Tamika is asking her, why are you mad at me now? And I'm like, Tamika, girl, you know why she's mad. But, hey, you gotta like open the conversation, I guess. So Tasha is like, no, I'm not going to talk about it because it involves my mom. And Tamika is like, that's all mom. Like, that's just your mom. You see that, I feel that honestly, they could have that conversation without the mom being involved, because the biggest issue is that money was stolen. It's between both sisters, but we can see that Tasha is not trying to have the conversation, so she's just going to like leave. And then she's talking about, you and I need to have a conversation. So I guess Tasha wants to have a conversation, but she may not want to have it in front of the camera. So Kenzie is like, okay, y'all can go and have your conversation, and then when you have everything figured out, we can have another meeting for Escape and regroup. Sounds like a plan. Next, we see Tash coming home. She's been in Atlanta and touring for a long time, and she just want to be with her family in Tennessee. And we see her husband and her son so excited to see her. And I'm like, oh, what a beautiful Black family. You can see the husband was missing his wife. The son is missing his mom. And I'm just like, God, I see what you're doing for others. They catch up, and then we also see Coco and her son. Her son is like her, like they look the same. And we see them coming home, and the mom is living with them, so the mom is excited to see them. They say hi. It is kind of like a little highlight on Coco. We learn a little bit more about her, a relationship with her mom. She tells us that her mom is big into a religion. She initially thought that SWV was going to be a gospel group, but when she learned that it was going to be an R&B group, she was not excited about it. But hey, she got excited about it whenever Coco bought her a car. And then Coco tells us that she has two sons. The first one is also in the music industry, and the second one was supposed to be a dentist, but he changed his mind to become a singer. And I've heard a second son singing, and his voice is incredible. He has a beautiful, angelic voice. He is definitely talented, and I would love to hear music from him because he definitely is talented. So yeah, we can see that Coco is not really excited about a second son going into the music industry. The grandmother is not either, but they're both giving him advice and he's listening. So yeah, it's nice to see their family. Next, we have Kenzie, the studio, talking with her team, and Todd comes in and they basically talk about the whole escape things, what's going on. We also see that Kenzie has been working on some music on her own, but she really hasn't really had the time to do much because she's just doing too much between the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the restaurant that she has, the play that she has been producing, working with Escape, and now they have a reality TV with Escape. She is busy on top of being a mother and a wife. I mean, yeah, how do you do it, Kenzie, while still looking great? I must say. Todd comes in and they talk about a relationship with Tasha. Kenzie explained that they never really got along together. And at the same time, we see Tasha and her husband celebrating their anniversary. Relation to them on that, this is definitely a big deal. And they're also talking about Tasha's relationship with Kenzie. And they're both agreeing that they never really saw it for each other. But the cause of it is different. Tasha believes that Kenzie was jealous because she thought that Jermaine Dupri was setting Tasha for a solo career. And at the same time, Kenzie basically is saying that never really see it for her. So Tasha believes that Kenzie is still stuck on that they're stuck on the past. And even the husband says that they're stuck in the past. But I'm not sure if Kenzie is stuck in the past though, you know. And I think that Tasha might be. And I'm just going to be honest based on what I am seeing. My opinion on that is that Tasha might be right. Like when you have a girls group, there's probably some competition. Everybody wants to get out the mud. Everybody wants to differentiate themselves, right? At some point, Kenzie was able to have a solo career. I mean, she actually had an album. I don't know if that was successful. I don't think a solo album was successful, but Tosha's album never came out. So maybe Tasha had, anger on that or jealousy or thought that maybe Kenzie did something against her. Do I think that Kenzie might have been a little bit jealous of Tasha's career and everything? Maybe it's possible. When you're in a girls group, it's a lot going on. So I'm not going to put that past Kenzie, right? But when we look at today, do I think that Kenzie has resentment on Tasha? I don't think so. I think that Kenzie is busy making money. And I think that the only reason Kenzie is still, doing the escape thing is because she wants to make more money and also because she probably loves to sing with her girls. But I think that Kenzie is like money driven. That Tasha might be stuck in the past when Kenzie would love to move on, but they've gotten so used to not like each other that Kenzie might not know how to come at Tasha. And Tasha really hasn't, it's not like her attitude has been the best lately, too. You know what I mean? Like we see her fighting with her sister, not really cooperating with the group. I mean, it's not like there's even an opportunity for the two of them to get better. I'm just saying that's my opinion. Let me all know what you think. I agreed with what Todd said on that. Tasha is kind of like jealous that Kenzie ended up having the type of career that she would want it for herself. But hey, it is what it is. And I think that Tasha needs to move on. I don't think Kenzie is the problem right now. Next scene, we have Tasha and her husband meeting with a record company, and it seems that the record company is called Motown Gospel. I know Motown, but I guess they have like a specific side on the gospel. So I'm like, oh, is that where Tasha is trying to go? Okay. So she meets with them. They're very excited. They're asking her a lot of questions. I'm not gonna lie, that man went in, asked all the good questions, and some of them Tasha had some difficulty answering. When he asked her if the ladies from Escape knew, and she said no, I think that her husband would have wanted her to say yes, they knew. The way he made his face, it seems like he almost wanted to intervene. Look at it here.
So they don't know you meeting with us right now?
No, they don't.
Does she need to tell them that she meet with a production company and all that? I don't think she needs to tell them. I mean, I understand her wanting to like everybody do what she got to do, and then if she feels like there's an option for her, she needs to do it. I understand Tasha not trying to tell them. I don't have a problem with that. And then they ask her to sing, and she sings. She's doing all the runs, you know. And it was nice. She has a nice voice. She has a beautiful voice, and they're all very excited about it. Part of me was very surprised that she decided to go the gospel route because her attitude is not really it. I understand that Tasha has been using the show to promote a debut solo career. I heard that she had a music that just came out. I have not checked out for the music. It seems that it might be gospel. But a part of me is like, man, that's kind of like risky business for Tasha to use the show to promote a career because she's not really looking good in the show, right? And her doing, gospel, I felt like, when you do this type of music, I'd rather either not know about you, like your personal life or who you are like that, because if I do know and what I know is not good, like what we see on TV, there's a likability concept that comes into play. Tasha been wanting to have a solo career. I guess the time is now for her. Her using the show, I don't know if it's to her advantage though. I'm just saying, I don't know. I understand why she's doing it, but if you knew you were going to get filmed, at least you could have worked on your attitude. I'm just saying. What do you think of the episode? I thought it was really good. And for those of you that are new and are discovering me today, hi everyone, welcome. And I invite you to, and like, because that really helps my channel. And for those of you that have been here with me, supporting me, thank you all so much. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.